Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle star map from CZT Suzanne McNeill. This is a rather neat tangle. I'm trying to remember how I happened upon it. And unfortunately, her original step outs have gone by the wayside because I think her blog disappeared or something. So we found it in one of her books, and so I replicated it, and yay, because it's kind of neat. Neat, it's simple and neat. So I'm going to put my 4 corner dots here as if we're usually doing a tangle on a big, bigger, the regular 3.5-inch tile. That's what I would do. And just to give a little border, I have an idea for something I want to do afterwards with it. And then we're just going to do a series of lines, however you want to do them. So we're going to go one direction and, angled. So angled, different angles, again, however you want. This is one of those, when it comes to doing stuff like this, I just have to take a deep breath and go, it's going to be okay. Just do it. I like to think things. I like to have exact instructions on how to do something so I can follow them. And then flip your tile, and we're going to go we're going to go the other direction. All right. And same thing, just angling however you want them to be. All right. Then dots. Wherever you want them. This is one, and I was trying to think of the right word for this, and I don't have it in my head, and I'm not even going to make one up. Again, this is a challenge. So, dots. Okay, let me be more specific. There is a specificity to this one in the corners. So, doesn't have to be all the corners. It can be if you want to. Just having them random. That's where it is. It's the random thing that gets me, and I count that in with this thing I call spontaneous creativity. That I work to achieve, or at least to get more comfortable with it. And I have to say, I am. There was a time where, so now I kind of joke about it, and I should tell you that I do joke about the having to take a deep breath, but. It's kind of a joke, but it's at the same time, it's still true. It used to be more true before. Because it was just a real struggle in my head to just do it. It's okay. It's only a piece of paper. And that's it. But, so how, like I said, however you want them to be, just do. But they're in the corners. And again, just random. However you want it. It's kind of like, we could call these like spacey dominoes or something. Okay. And then, if you want, now this is where she ended her tangle. But if you want to add some shading, which I certainly want to do, here's what I'm going to do. If you have some other idea, go for it. Because that's kind of what Zentangle's about. I am not in the... There we go. I was going to go like this, but it's like, no, that's when I do the tortillon. Okay, so I am just putting some graphite. And I'm using my little golf pencil. Just because it's what I grabbed. No rhyme or reason. And again, and I'm just really tracing over these lines. And then... with the tortillon, and I'll see, is this yes. One thing that I do want to do, just for me, I kind of would like to have my little dots being kind of the same size. That's it. All right. So then taking the tortillon and so I'm just going to push the graphite. So I'm following that straight line, and I'm pushing like this. I forgot I had it zoomed in just a smidge. All right. And so what this does is, this tip is kind of mushy, so that helps. It's just it's a little bit floppy, but even just that motion, it's spreading it out just a little bit and evening it out also, which is nice. And you can see that that's having a really neat effect. Ooh, and you know what would be neat? We might have to try this with some, with a chalk pencil or something, because I like the chalk pencils, because then you can, they spread out just like the graphite, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do next is with my graphic one, I'm going over my border line. And I may take a pause so you don't have to watch all of this coloring in. And I'll pop back for the effect. But this is something that is kind of neat to do. And that is, so you get a nice thick pen. And I think they have, I know through Zentangle, I think we only have the number 1, but I think I remember seeing there was like a graphic 2 and a 3. And these are kind of like a brush tip, sort of. They have a little bit more structure than a brush tip. But they have that, that feel versus the regular nib. That is, which is, a harder surface. All right, so let me pause, and I will be right back after I finish doing all of this. Okay, be right back. I think I can actually pause it right from here. Boom, and there we go. All right, and I put the camera back to the regular mode, so just because I wanted to show this part. So what I did, I finished coloring all the way around. And then there's something else I do, and I don't know, well, yes, I think you can see. Well, actually, you can see this is why my little surface has marks on it, because doing stuff like this, this is my working surface, right? All right, so one thing that, and this is just me being, I don't know, anal about things, but you can see, so I'm looking at it down, flat, and I see this white edge. Now, what I did around these sides is what I'm going to do here, but I just wanted to show you, because if you do this where you're coloring in the sides, and regardless of the color, but especially if it's dark like this black, so what I'm doing is I'm going to aim it this way a little bit, but I'm just going on the edge, and actually, because this is a cotton paper, it's going to soak in. I'm not seeing it right. There we go. Sort of. It's just wanting to be difficult. There we go. Oop. All right. So I go around that edge. So that way, then you kind of wonder, hey, is that a black tile and you colored all that white in? Or, it just, to me, it finishes it off, because it, having a little bit of white on the edge is just, it bothers me. So that's how you fix it. And that's just super neat, isn't it? Now, because this one is called Star Map, why not? Ooh, I just had a thought. After I did that, of course. Ooh, let's do this. And excuse me. Let's not continue with that. This is turning into a different project besides... Oops, let's see. I didn't test these out first. Ugh. Sometimes... This is... Well... yeah, then I use this map. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I might have to switch to that... Okay, no. I might have to switch to this, to the 10. I'm using the 8. Okay, that's being a little better. As it dries, so the problem is, I decided to get creative. and this is wet, so you can see it's on my fingers even. But that's okay. So I'm extending these lines. in the white. And then I'm going, yeah. And so I added these dots right here already. Well, let's see how we could, fix that. Well, like this one. Oh, here I could do like this. I'll add a line going off. And we'll just clean that up there. And let's see. Well, can make this a bigger one. I don't know about that one. Oh, no, I do know. Watch this. See, there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. There are only course corrections. And when you use a dark color, then you can... We don't put erasers in our kits. No, we don't. But let me put a line... Maybe we'll have one just going like sideways here. And then maybe another one like sideways. And then so let's put we can make a little cross there. We'll put a little white dot there. The fun with this is that, it's just kind of going out of, however, if you have an idea and just go with it. And that's just actually, it's fun and rewarding to be able to do that. And also to talk ourselves out of the, oh, well, this is my thought process, like too much. Well, it's not in the step out. So, should we do it or shouldn't we do it? Yeah. Sometimes it's just do it. It's okay. This is me talking to me. I'll tell you what, I love the jelly rolls. And again, because I'm working on something that's kind of damp. Yeah, so they're misbehaving. And then, so it's picking up the ink. There we go. And they will do that sometimes. So it's good to have a little scrap paper or working on something like this where you can, just kind of wipe off that tip every so often. And then, and then I have to avoid the habit of just going back and touching it up. It's like, wait till it dries a little bit. And so sometimes with these, I will just tap, especially if it's like a dot like that. But as it dries and soaks in, then it brightens up and everything. So with these jelly rolls, you have to be a little bit patient, but that just struck me as something to do, and how fun was that? So with that, I took what was a really simple and quick tangle and turned it into a little bit longer tangle, but I appreciate you hanging with me, and actually this is a really fun technique to kind of work the opposite. Like that, and kind of go from one color into the next, and flipping things like that. So in the description section, I will have a link to the step outs, and there's also ways to connect with me. So if you want to pop onto a class or something, or check out my website, which I have been updating, and I'm somewhat pleased with that. Or if you want to shop for some Zentangle supplies, please do. If you like the video, again, thumbs up would be appreciated. If you haven't subscribed yet, would love to have you subscribe, and make sure to click the bell next to it, the notification bell, so you can set the notifications as you want them. And with that, I wish you happy tangling.